you could charge like a couple of hundreds.
And to
I'm
that,
not knocking this.
I was going to say, get that bag, ladies. Get that
And
bag.
if
I'm
it's
not even
posing,
knocking this.
wait, and if it's posing suit, right? Gone through a couple of things, walked a couple of times with you, you could probably sell it for a couple of grand.
I heard the group chat going ding ding ding. I was like, oh, everyone else is ready.
Sorry. I have all my notifications turned off, so I don't realize how annoying I can probably be.
No, your guys are the only group chat I keep
Oh, okay.
Everyone else, I have muted, and I'm in a few group chats, and I feel kind of bad. I remember to check back my non. I check on them like once a day, at least.
Oh yeah. Well,
I pick favorites though.
I just like I'll see them pop up, and I just don't want to get like distracted because like I get more like Instagram like DM notifications than like I do actual texts. So finally, I just shut them off because it's like I'll go on Instagram when I choose to go on Instagram, which is crazy to say because you know that I'm the one in there responding like every 5 seconds. But
what's funny? No, on Instagram you can look at, so like if you're just looking at your following list, you can look at like the most interacted or like the who posts the most in your feed or something.
Yeah. Actually, no, I don't, but I'm gonna go find it when we're done here.
I would say you don't, but it's okay. You're one of the most in my feed. And I think it's the funniest thing ever. Just because we've always talked about social media and like, oh, you're killing it. You're killing it. You're doing great.
I post them. See, I didn't think I posted that much, but I definitely I'll definitely blow up the freaking group chat. I know that.
It's always the most. It's not people that I'm annoyed with. It's just it tells you like, hey, these are the people like most seen in your feed, and I don't know if that's like reshares also or if it's just.
That's interesting. That's good to know because I honestly didn't think I posted that much.
No, you post a perfect amount. If anything, I suck at it.
Oh, good to know. I know you need to post more. We want to see more Haley.
I know, and even last night it was like a little bit of a little session. Everybody's like, "Do you have a tripod?" And I said, "Oh, I was like, this gallon of water is my tripod." And all these people have tripod, which is normal, and I don't even think anything of it. Like I don't think ill on them. I don't want to shove it. Do you guys have one of those cute little like crinky crink down tripods, or like you don't walk in with a tripod? So what are you guys doing?
Okay, so I have one that's like it folds up into like maybe a foot tall, and all I'll do
that's
is
what I'm thinking.
If there's like a bench that I can sit my water bottle and then prop my phone up, I'll do that. But I've gotten a lot more comfortable with like whipping out my tripod, and I joke about, yeah, I joked about this on my story yesterday. I literally just look for where is most out of the way. Like
I saw that. That's how I take all my videos, and I sent one to Tanya for back stuff, and she's like, "Ma'am," she's like, "I can't, I can't see what the fuck you're doing." And I said, "Okay."
Yeah, the second I'm done, I fold it back up and put it in my bag because I think it just kind of like when you've got your bag, you've got your water bottle, you've got your freaking belt, and then you're carrying a tripod. I think it just like looks like you have more than you do. But Jake, like, I think I've gotten more confident having a tripod out because Jake films like every single set, and he also uses his phone to like keep track of his. It's basically his logbook. These kids don't want to pick up a pen and piece of paper anyway.
Okay. So he just also, yeah, I kind of think about I want to transition out of pen and paper, but I'm scared. Oh, I don't know. And so I've been debating if there's maybe like a good just app, because I don't need to pay for an app for logins. I have not done it up to now, and I don't need to start. But I thought about today deep diving that and seeing, because I'm going to keep a couple gym memberships is really what it's coming down to. So, hi, Tanya.
Hi. He just
What is that? Is it snacks? Oh my goodness. Let me see.
Oh, you got your
Oh,
Auntie Anne's.
wow. We were having dinner with you.
Like dessert.
Oh my
I couldn't be.
goodness. Yeah, I saw you had
I was thinking like,
some food
do I want to wait
tour
until
last night.
9:30 to eat? Sorry.
Eat here. This is a safe space.
Okay, wait. Sorry, my
I was just
Wi-Fi
saying
was
how I
like.
think I want to go ahead. Sorry.
No.
Go ahead,
No. I
Tanya.
was thinking whether I wanted to wait until 9:30 to try to inhale everything,
Oh yeah.
and like
We
that's not a
can.
good idea.
No, space it
Uh,
out a little bit. Space it out. I'm literally just yapping about how I want to switch, I think, to tracking my stuff online, like a logbook, a virtual logbook. And I
okay.
don't know yet. And the only reason I've been thinking about it is because I am going to religiously, I think, keep a couple gym memberships in. So it's just a lot of it's a lot of crap to keep track of. And so I'm feeling a little like it's a little overwhelming. So I'm thinking online tracking somehow will make this easier. Maybe.
Yeah.
Why will online make it easier than just writing it? I mean, I know
I don't know. I can't even
I
answer
know
that for
more and
you.
more. I know more
I
and
have
more
no
people.
good logic for this. It's just the way my brain.
I'm just speaking like I know like it's probably way more common to have the app or just like Jake just has a note. I've done like a note in the phone before, but I just love like
Maybe I would like a notes app. Something super simple. Just a
I think my thought process is like I'm always writing some sort of note like moved good, go down, get better tempo. And it's way easier for me in my scroll just to like scroll that out as opposed to like opening up, finding the note, which the note should be open, but maybe I was in Spotify, who knows, whatever. And then like
Spotify.
I'm way slower like
I
typing
know
that.
that some people they find the phone a little bit of a distraction, so they don't want that.
Yeah,
Or you
I
could use it
do.
as an
As long as
excuse. Use it as an excuse to get an iPad.
oh my god, could you imagine me with that at the gym? Like, but at
I
that
do.
point, it's just it's still writing. It's like you might as well just use the pen and paper. You know, I was thinking like a PDF thing where it's like or an Excel sheet of a sort.
That could work.
It's not set in stone. It's not set in stone. I'm still debating it. I don't know. I've been
I love.
intrigued. I've seen more people talk about it lately. It's got me
Yeah,
thinking. It's got
You
me
girls
thinking.
go
I was like,
ahead.
maybe
You girls go ahead. I'm gonna connect to my hotspot.
I was gonna. I think your Wi-Fi is good, Tanya. I think Haley's cracking up.
Oh,
let me check my
okay.
Wi-Fi.
Well, it's in and out. That's why I didn't say anything. So I think we'll be okay.
Let me check it.
I think there's a little bit of a lag, so we'll just when you start talking, we'll just let you work through it.
No, I was gonna say, Katie could use this as an excuse to get an iPad.
I would look so ridiculous. And I don't even, we just talked about tripods too. I am just that girl who's just scared of the tripod, I guess. But everyone here literally does that. And they whip out their tripod. I mean, it was just like Kansas City, though, to be honest. Everyone, and I don't care. But for some reason, I'm just like, another 10 seconds.
I think it's because we're so like, when we started training, like we weren't carrying around like cameras videoing ourselves. And now we're watching like this new wave of kids that get into it solely for the excuse of, oh, this is how I'm going to like monetize myself. So I think we kind of equate like tripods to like influencers. So then when we are like, oh shit, I do need a tripod, it's like this weird feeling of, but I'm not trying to be an influencer, I swear.
No,
You know
also
what I mean?
because like it's associated with being annoying.
Yeah. But
And,
they're not.
But I honestly don't care. Like, seldom are they in the way, especially here. People are very good at keeping them out of your way. It's not a problem. It's really not a problem. But for
Really.
some reason, unless there's like two people in there, I feel obnoxious.
Yeah. The only, and I know,
There's
like,
also we saw last night at this little. My bad.
Haley, your Wi-Fi
no.
is. Can you
Yeah,
can
you're
you
right.
maybe try logging off and logging back in?
Let me. Do you want me to come back in?
Yeah.
1 minute.
Okay.
One second.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Tanya, while we
How are
wait.
you?
Whoops, how do I don't know how to
Yes.
get rid of her. Check out this this figure girl that just turned pro in Italy yesterday. I thought she won
Wow.
yeah, I thought they were announcing the winner of the pro show, but she just turned pro. That's a pretty good look, I think.
It could be first call outs in a pro show.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, she's there. This is a clear example of someone who's, like she turned pro already looking like a pro. You know how like most of us when we turn pro, you can tell we're like entry level pros. There's a
Yeah.
look. There's a look that's an entry level pro look.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
she looks like she's been doing this for a while.
For sure. She looks awesome.
Congratulations if you see this.
Ramona Omberger. So I'm sure we'll see her next year. It's a really good look. So anyway.
Yes.
Did you see Meg's latest update?
Yeah, I did. So I follow Cameron as well. And I think she's 6 pounds heavier this week. I mean 6 pounds heavier compared to Eleanor.
Okay.
Mm.
Straight to her lats and arms.
No, honestly, it just went to the back, and it's like
Yeah.
it's crazy how it's a remarkable difference.
Yeah, she looks really good. I think Yuli is looking really good too. I don't know. Nobody else is like posting updates. Everyone, especially the figure girls, I feel like the figure ladies don't post updates, but
Because this peak week is keep quiet.
yep. But I think Yuli is looking good too.
That's so good.
Peeled.
Well, if you're under Hyacinth, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Like nobody is ever out of shape under that guy.
I know that's one of the cool things. Sometimes you just like see what coach someone is under, and it's like, all right, well, like conditioning and peaking isn't going to be an issue. Same with like Cam and Meg. It's like they're going to be on point.
No, but
Let's try now.
Let's try now.
But what I find very interesting about
I restarted the whole thing.
Perfect. Thank you.
Oh, nice. What I find very interesting about those girls under different coaches is that you can see, you can kind of tell who is with who because there's a certain look. It's like every coach has a certain look with their athletes, and I thought that's quite cool.
I agree.
Filling back in, what we doing?
Oh, we were just, while you were gone, we were looking at updates from some of the Olympia ladies, a girl who just turned pro. But anyway, yeah, I will say I feel like everyone's raving over that RP strength app. So I'm not hating on technology. I just feel like I'm so old that it's just like so natural for me to just open up my notebook and.
Well, you know what? Maybe that's rejuvenated my desire to use my book.
Oh, really?
Maybe that's rejuvenated it. It's really just, it's honest to God, the whole moving and starting over thing. It's just like one more thing that you're like,
yeah. And I don't know. Like, I don't
you don't
know
have all the same equipment, so you have to figure out.
I know, is she hanging again?
Your Wi-Fi sucks.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
Maybe I wonder if
I'm up to date on all my payments. I even checked. I was like, did you miss a payment, bitch? Did you not pay your Wi-Fi, perhaps?
I wonder if you'd be better
It's all up to date.
I wonder if you'd be better off using 5G, your 5G, your cell service.
Let me try that.
Yeah, maybe try flipping it off. I think maybe you can do it while we're right here.
Okay, don't look at my forehead. I really should get my laptop up and fixed, but I'm so pissed that every time I've tried it on here, it's like your Wi-Fi in your phone doesn't work. Let's see here. I love how technologically advanced I am.
This is honestly half my argument for just appreciating a logbook, because like if things change, I can just scratch through it and write it out. Like I'm worried I won't be able to have that flexibility when it comes to like an app. But I also realize technology has come a long way.
I find just having the book is easier though.
Yeah.
You can immediately note it down.
Yeah.
Whereas like in an app, sometimes there's no room for that.
And then sometimes, like if you're using like the prime pieces, whether it's a pin loaded and you've got like the cam adjustment, or if you've got like different plates on different pegs, I just 2M 1TE times, you know.
Do I sound better or worse?
I think you sound better.
Yeah, fine.
Let's see what happens.
Okay. We'll just toggle between the two. I think there was a storm somewhere, to be honest with you, because our water also got fucked.
Oh, really?
While I was at work on Friday, I was like, doesn't matter to me because I'm not home.
When is hurricane season?
Now.
During the Hurricane Pro.
Now. Literally now. Yeah, now. I didn't realize that either. I moved down here during the peak.
I think last year, was it last year or the year before?
Oh yeah,
there was literally a hurricane going on that was affecting the Hurricane Pro.
I think that was last year, wasn't it? Because it was like everyone in Tampa and MI-40.
Because people couldn't like drive and go out.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Well, guys, if that happens to me, I don't know where I'm going, but I'll figure it out.
It won't happen because it happened last year. Knock on wood.
Okay, well, the next year I'm still not going to know what to do when it comes back.
You'll be fine.
It's like every other year.
That was how long have we been recording when I jumped off?
Maybe
10 minutes?
5 or 10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, 5, 10. Oh, it's like this big. It's fine. That's like 2 bites.
3.
What kind of Ben & Jerry's did you get?
Yeah, sure.
I got the regular cookie dough. This one's Haagen-Dazs. Okay. So it's strawberry, shortcake, and then the other one was like cookies and cream.
Okay.
Right. So 3 different flavors.
Well, did you ladies get any good questions?
I got a few. It's always
questions though. I feel like my questions will always be similar to Haley's with like the PEDs and stuff. That's what people want to know.
Oh, really? I didn't get any PED questions. I got a couple good ones, but I got mostly share more training. And I'm just like, well...
She shares the most training.
I was like,
actually, both of you do.
I cannot even begin to tell you how much more specific you're going to need to be with your questions, because that's the premise of the channel. But maybe
I think they just wanted us to talk more training stuff.
Yeah, so maybe
I think you all should share how tall you are and your weight.
Okay, that's good.
Even after I shared my weight, the amount of people are like, well, how tall are you? How tall are you? And I was like, I'm sorry, I should have just did a whole
like what I told you, what you replied me, right? When I posted like my stats. You should like post your stats.
Like I'm a football player? Jesus Christ. Like, what's wrong with you people?
I always think we need to have these little like player cards with all of our stats on.
Yeah.
I think we should. But our weights change so much throughout the seasons. Like, I also just can't stand people who can't do research. Like, I had people ask me, like, how old are you? I was like, stock. You can find it out. It's public information. I don't make it that hard. There's a couple posts where I mention explicitly how old I am. So, get better at stalking. It's always the boys. Like, how old are you?
Anyway, do we each just want to go around and pick a question, and we'll go around and answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
Jess can go first. I didn't really get a lot of questions. They were always about the same stuff. So I reckon that you girls will probably have the most.
Probably my favorite one. I don't even know how to interpret the question because it was phrased not like a question. Something. It was stated, hate comments in general, question mark. So I'm going to interpret that how I would like to interpret that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How we handle hate comments is actually
right.
good.
Okay.
And for me personally, the worst hate comments always come from YouTube. And
yeah,
YouTube is a dime a dozen, like, oh, just a couple bros being dudes. And it's kind of like, well,
hell yeah.
You know what? We kind of are a couple bros being dudes.
Hell yeah.
And it's true though, because it's kind of like a bro chat.
Yeah. But honestly, as far as like seriously like being called men or like anything like that, the way I look at it is like my social media is like my little home. So if anyone wants to just like show up and call me ugly in my own home, it's kind of like, well, who the fuck are you and why are you even here?
Yeah.
So anytime like anyone comments any sort of negativity on social media, I just think it's a reflection of them, because it's like, what credentials do you have to like throw stones at me? Who the fuck are you? Like, why should I care about your opinion? And most of all, why are you wasting your own time watching it if that's how you truly feel about it? So I really don't like take any of it personally. I think what I would take personally is like if someone that I truly like admired or looked up to and respected the opinion of, like either of you two ladies, if you were to tell me like, Jess, you look like
you're starting to look like a man. Yeah.
Even that I would just be like, yeah, I do, because I dress like such a boy anyway. But anyway,
we all dress the same.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like calling myself a boy. So
yeah. And I think that's why I don't.
Worse.
I think that's the other reason I let it roll off of me, is because I realize like when I go to the gym to train, like I'm not trying to win a beauty pageant.
Yeah.
How do you guys deal with it?
You know what? I actually don't have a lot to do, because I can count the number of times on my hands that I've gotten like hate comments.
Same.
Like I don't really get them. That's the very odd part.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like on my Instagram, I don't get anything. It's all just like sometimes I'll see them filter through on YouTube, and of course I see other ladies get them in my.
You know what I get instead? Like, how much can I pay to see your feet? That's all. That's what I get.
Love that. Oh my goodness, send them my way. How much are they willing to pay? Maybe they'll think my feet are your feet.
Okay, so topic. Like how people like to buy your underwears?
Well,
sometimes,
I've heard
not all the time, but yeah.
Personally, no.
So I've gotten that kind of thing before, and I hear from friends that if it's a cheap underwear that you're giving, depends on the kinds of conditions that it went through, you could charge like a couple of hundreds, and that black market shit sells.
And to that, I was going to say, get that bag, ladies. Get that bag.
And if it's
not even knocking this.
Wait. And if it's posing suit, right? Gone through a couple of things, walked a couple of times with you, you could probably sell it for a couple of grand.
I was going to say, the thing about the posing suit is like, we spend at least $1,000 on those babies. So you're going to have to like fork it over.
Why do I sound so experienced with this stuff?
Listen.
I do not. I'm not experienced at all.
Sometimes I have the time to deal with these men on the internet. And I've had a full conversation with one of them about, and this is what pisses me off, is I don't get the simple ones that are like, sure, like whatever you're willing to give me, sweetie. It's like, okay, let's pretend I'm going to do this for you. Okay, here's the shorts. And they're like, do you have a different color?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The fuck do you mean? Like, I didn't know this was going to be a shopping and you can, sir, like, I'm going to give you the cheapest stuff I have in my closet, because I'm not going to give you a Nike pair of spandex that I spent X amount of money on. Also, my sweat is now pricey. So you're already looking at $50 just for the shorts, like for the shorts being shorts. So, and they sit there like, can I also have some photos of you in it? Like, buddy, this is more than like an hour's worth of work, and I can just get paid more at work.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they always talk a big game, like they're gonna spend all this money, and then like you get to bartering, and it's like.
No,
Meanwhile,
sometimes I can tell they are just looking for an excuse to talk to you,
Yes.
to have a conversation with you. Because these people would
meanwhile,
literally reply you non-stop. And once you
Yeah.
stop responding, you get every story has a reply.
Yeah.
It's
watch.
crazy.
They
Read
get
the
the
room,
gay
man.
guys, who like want the boys to send them shit. Oh my god, the simplest fucking things in the world. They'll send them a hey, I've heard these stories, so they're real. Like, hey, I just want to like critique your physique. And this guy will straight up be like, hey, like you just want to see my dick. I'm like, yeah, I do. And like $200. And they would just block him afterwards. They're like, okay, well, Venmo it to me to send him money and then block him.
Yeah.
How come I don't get that?
I guess you just got to get bigger. So you're doing good.
It's the gay men. I want the gay guys to want
They are
me.
a feral bunch. I've heard.
I need the gay guys to want me. They're so like, okay, that's wrong. They're not. The word I was gonna say was wrong. They're not. They're just more willing to. I think just yes,
Be
I
out
need
there.
this.
Yeah.
And the ones for the women are like, only if you have a purple pair of shorts, though.
Well,
So
And that irritates me.
this is very interesting. I wish like Eleni was like up here on this pod to talk
She would
about
probably
her
take this
experience.
topic way off the deep end.
actually,
No,
that's a valid point. I've heard all about the gay men. I haven't really heard much about how the gay women.
that was what I was trying to say. Like you hear this with like the dudes, but you don't really see like ladies being that forthcoming.
I bet you she gets dudes too. Like the normal guys that are like, I want some of
Yeah.
that. I don't know. You'd have to, I don't, you never hear gay women in bodybuilding DMs like, hey, I want to pay you some money for something.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. I mean, maybe I'm just not their target audience, which is
Same,
very,
but
very a possibility.
we'll reach out.
But how do you handle any sort of like hate,
Oh, sorry.
anything like that? Sorry.
I would say the worst I get is actually real life, people in real life, or
Yeah,
Yeah,
people in real life. I get the people in real life.
I get
Really?
people in real life, or if it's social media, it's they'll just comment a bunch of syringes
Oh
on
yeah.
my post, and that's like, I'll like it.
The shit like that, and calling women, like calling us a men, I just kind of think to myself, like, it makes me laugh because I'm like, you don't think we've heard this before? Like, why don't you try
It's
being
so original.
Why don't you try being a little more creative if you really want to hurt my feelings?
Maybe something else. I'm waiting for something else because we've heard this a million times.
But that is wild to me that you guys get it more like in real life. Because I was gonna say, I feel like a lot of these people like wouldn't say to your face what they're so brave about saying through a keyboard, you know?
But I will preface for the
I
real
wouldn't say
life, it's not.
mine is hate. It's not hate per se, but I guess because like especially coming from the kind of country that I'm in, you don't see a lot of jet girls walking around.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then obviously when I go to the gym and I work in the gym, and it's kind of like on my part as well with the way I dress. Obviously, so they're like just curious. I can tell like features wise, you look like a girl, but I'm just wondering like, are you a dude? In case I get it wrong because
Really?
of this.
That's exactly how I get my stuff too.
Gosh, the way I walk in the gym, I'm surprised more people don't ask me if I'm a man.
You just go to a cooler gym than we do.
Or maybe because you're just prettier than I am.
It's definitely not that.
Just the case. I get it in public a lot too, though, like out of the gym, which I understand then because I'm not in a gym setting, and it just makes more sense in a gym setting to see people look a certain way.
I think sometimes too, my problem is like, I work from home. Like I go to the grocery store. Even when I go to the grocery store, it's at like 7 a.m. when nobody's going to be there. So maybe half my problem is I just don't get out.
She doesn't see people.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't. they see me and they come up and approach me, and it's the same way. It's very much a, hey, like, just kind of don't know how to ask this, but it's always phrased, were you born? Like, which gender?
Yeah,
So they never preface, actually, they're never nice enough to be like, hey, like, I'm pretty sure female, but it's always they just start with that. They cut that part out for me.
Well, I mean, I guess now that you're saying that too, I do feel like transitioning is a lot more normal than it used to be. So maybe you do see
I don't
people.
want to make anything political, but
Right.
usually this is the conversation I have with people when we talk about this, and they bend over backwards to convince me, like, hey, like, I really think you look like a girl. There's no issue. And I was like, I understand. It's more just with the way times are now. Everybody's trying to be very politically correct. So I
right.
think they're more erring on the side of, well, maybe I should ask first versus
Yeah.
just erring on the side of girl. So I really think it's the political culture now. That's what's really driven things up. I don't think it's because
I think
I'm
that's more maybe more common in your case, maybe not so much with Singapore.
Yeah.
Like I think in my case, they were legit trying. The dude I could tell was really trying to find out if I was.
I mean, they
female.
want to know. They want to know. It drives me crazy at the beach though, because I'm like wearing nothing. So I'm like, you
Yeah.
can't figure this out
Yeah,
by
that's
yourself.
a little wild to me. It really is, but
Like,
But I did.
where would I tuck it? I
Okay,
wear
but
these
now that
tiny.
we're on this topic, I found it pretty interesting. I just recalled this story, and this happened like a couple of months ago. I nearly got someone fired from a clinic. So I'll
Ooh,
tell you why, and she deserved it. So
believe you.
I went to see my derma because I just felt like doing some facial a couple of months ago. So I had my records and everything because I've been seeing this derma for a while. Every time I want to come in and do some facial, so I come in and like, hi, appointment, just to see your facial, and she was like, okay, can I have your number, then your name? I said, okay, Tanya Dominic, right? And then she looks it up with the number. Then she was like, Mr. Tanya Dominic. And I was thinking to myself, like, look, my records are in there, and I'm very sure I have never been prefaced as a Mr. because inside it says Miss.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
she
I think your
mentioned that,
name is Tanya.
and then I was like, look, I said Miss. Then she, oh, okay. Then so she registered that. Then after the appointment, you know, you have to collect some of your little like lotion stuff.
She did it again,
And
didn't
then,
she?
yeah, no, wait. So she brought the lotion stuff. And then you know how they will say, like, okay, you take this number of stuff, this multiple times a day, this number of times a day. They tell you what to do. And then she was like, just asking you are men, right? And, and this is the second or third time you're asking me this. So what's your problem here?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so rude.
So, and second or third time, and then she said, "Oh no, because if you are pregnant, you can't take this." And I was like, "This was weird." So I walked out, and I told my boyfriend and my friends about it. And I said, "Do I really look and sound like a dude to you? I mean, I understand I'm not the most girly girl." And
No.
then they said, "No." They said it just doesn't add up. So I walked back in, and I was like, "Can I see the doctor? Where's the boss?"
Good for
And then
you.
now I told him what happened.
Good for
Yeah,
you.
he said like that's it. He said that this is not acceptable.
Well,
No.
even just the Miss and Mr., like when she initially did that, that should be enough for you to pick up
So
what you're
no,
putting down.
I was nice enough. I said it to him. I was like, "You are lucky that it's me, because I'm telling you, if it's someone from another part of the country that's more liberal, like Asia, Singapore, it's still alright. People might just suck it up. But if you have someone from coming from a more with a country that has a couple of liberals, you're fucked. Just saying."
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
stated your preference.
Yeah.
You can she can assume from there what you prefer.
Especially in a
Yeah.
setting like that where it's like, you know, she has your profile right.
Records, yeah,
Mhm.
Sex, date of birth, you know.
exactly,
Thursday.
exactly. Yeah, that was
I feel
just
like people do this to themselves. Like they really try to start shit for no reason. Like is it really that deep to people? Like if I saw somebody completely I thought was one or the other and I called them one or the other and they told me, hey, I prefer this. Okay, cool. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Move
exactly.
on. These people double down and they will be like, sir, like, shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up. Does it really ruin your day just to even, but despite what you think, their opinion, you think I look like a boy? Just, I told you I prefer this. Just move on with it. Does it?
And at the end of the day, like the biggest thing that you need to take away from this conversation is just like the people that are like so eager to be mean and malicious, they have their own issues. Like they are clearly dealing with someone because like I've never been able to understand the concept of wasting my time on something that I truly like hate or have no respect for. So it's kind of like joke's on you. If you want to watch our entire podcast just to pick out something at the end and like be hateful towards,
like
thank you for the
added view.
Like
love it.
Guys up the algorithm.
I would
thank you
never,
so much.
I would never waste my time on something that I wasn't into. Like if I don't respect you, if you don't interest me, I might not necessarily have anything against you, but I'm not gonna like waste my time like putting all this attention towards you. You know what I mean? So those people just have their own mental issues that they need to work out.
100%. Also, if you like the way you look, who really cares?
100%.
That's what I tell myself sometimes. Like when that stuff like hits a little hard, and you're like, because like sometimes you just have a bad day, and sometimes that stuff happens on a bad day, and you're like, and so I just have to really think about it. I'm like, you know what? Do you like the way you look? Yes. Okay. Then why does it matter?
And sometimes, yeah, and that's a good point too, because sometimes like deep in off season, like I remember when I was at my heaviest in off season, it's like my face is so round and I really don't feel like an attractive person. So sometimes I'll like think about stuff like that and it's like, yeah, I kind of do look like a man right now, but this is all in my control and I know like I can cut down. And
off season's hard because I understand too. Usually you have more like breast tissue for us girls, like in the off season, you have more fat up here, so like that's feminine. But everywhere else you're just like, usually your waist is not as skinny as it usually is, and you're just like,
no, come on,
we're looking a little brick house,
and then you wear even bigger clothes to hide it all.
Yeah, like
it's so hard. No, it's annoying even just wearing like shorts or like leggings sometimes because you can feel like here it's like
no, that's where it's getting, and I'm like, the morning skinny is what I live for at this point. I see it in the morning, I'm like, wow, this is and then you eat like 2 bites of food, and you're like, okay.
So
I guess the rest of the photos for the day are from the back because you're not allowed to see the front after meal 1. But it's okay. It's for a greater cause.
Yeah.
And I also tell myself, once again, when I get bummed about it, just look at the average individual at your local HEB, Sprouts, the beach, wherever you go, and be like, you know what, we're okay.
And think about how great you feel in the gym.
Yeah, I'm so strong right now. So it's fine. But is it dehumanizing to see my gut in some of these training videos? Absolutely. From a certain angle.
You learn some angles that maybe aren't the best for the off season.
That's what Tanya's like, I want to see it from the side. And I'm like, ma'am, I don't want to see it from the side. I don't want to see it. I want you to see it from the back or the front.
Sometimes this is funny though, because when I started usually I would always train lower body with Kelvin, so I can always wear like my regular t-shirts and like shorts. And then like when we started getting on upper body, I wore the t-shirt and he was like, why are you wearing a t-shirt? He said, how am I gonna see the way your scaps move? And I was like, I don't want to be sleeveless.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to take it off.
Anyway,
I'll take it off after I get a good pump.
Yeah.
But then once that goes.
But just letting everyone know, Haiti looks amazing at 180. Like if you guys haven't seen it yet, go and look at her story. If it's not gone yet.
I see your
Do it.
180 and I'm like, I look at my 180 and I'm like, okay, why am I half her size?
Listen, morning skinny, she's great. I drink my coffee, you wait for that to affect you. And then you stand with, lighting from one side, you get a little shadow. It looks good. Then I'm tan also. So that like
Listen,
5 pounds is tan fat.
listen. I could go sit my ass in the tanning bed and get as bronze as you and take a poop and take a picture of myself in the
I think
mirror.
you do.
And I still will not look like that.
Suck it in. Just suck it in really hard.
Accept our compliments.
Thank you. You
Accept
guys are
our
really sweet. You guys are so sweet to me. I try to, you know, I try to post some off-season stuff because I know that's what
No, you look
that's what the
great.
people want to see.
Yeah, no, you look great.
There's a few people that really kissed my ass. They're like, "When are you prepping?" I was like,
We're not kissing your ass. Like, we genuinely are like, holy
"No,
shit.
you guys aren't." It's the other people that are like, "Oh my god!" Like, no, everybody's actually super nice. I was hoping I would get a few girls also that are very scale driven. Like, hey, as much as I am kind of sometimes a little scale driven, that maybe they look at that and they're like, you know what? It doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah.
We all know this logically. It's just hard to remember sometimes.
Look, it wouldn't
And
make a difference whether you were 180 or you just wake up today and you're 179. It's because you're gonna feel the same. Look in the mirror,
I
like,
feel skinny now for
eh.
170, 170s. I'm so scared if we're gonna get much higher than that though, and I know we probably are.
You will.
And that's my knees, guys. I don't think my knees are gonna
What was your
survive.
stage weight?
143.
Okay. Wow, that's going. You're definitely gonna be like huge
I'm
in
scared
it.
to think about how much of this is actually gonna translate.
It looks like you've still got quality lines and you just
No,
see like
yeah.
They're
like
hanging.
true density in your legs. So I think you had a hell of a reverse and a hell of an off season. And you're
No,
not even
you can tell like looking at the pictures that she posted. And it's not just one story that she posted. Like you can tell like there's a lot of solid tissue that was built underneath.
yeah.
That's why I post check-ins. Now Tanya's check-ins, you look hard. Like
I
you almost
know.
look post-training in yours. I feel like most check-ins are so soft. So that's why I super like when people post actual check-in style, like fasted in the morning, because like you are just kind of usually that's the reality versus the other pictures that we see.
You know, it's been really good for me, I think, to be like in a group chat with you guys because like you've got Eleni who obviously just killed her pro debut and is like peeled to the gills. You've got Tanya who is like in her off season and looks like she could step on stage in 5 weeks if she wanted to.
No, I'll be okay. Like I can be lean everywhere else, and then it's like, I know.
Yeah,
All
but
right,
at least
well,
the fat nicely positions on top of your.
you just had an entire cheat day and it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, and also your end of day. So
So,
No,
and then
I know. I'm just saying, like, while I look lean online, I'm gonna be honest and tell people, like, a lot of if you anybody go and zoom into my check-ins, they'll know it's behind.
all
oh,
right,
I got rolls.
you are both like fired from me giving you compliments because you just need to sit down and accept them. So,
Sorry, we're really bad at that.
anyway, we're also really bad at answering questions. So, who has the next question?
I got specifically questions about how I knew I would train or how I knew I was time for me to go out of figure.
Okay.
That doesn't really. Well, you guys
That's
were
so
in other.
cool.
Well, Jess, you weren't in another division before.
No.
Tanya.
No, I was straight through from figure.
But we
Oh,
can just
man.
kind of talk about like how maybe each of us like chose our divisions and if
Yeah.
we actually would consider.
Yeah, that was a big girly question from the girlies. They were like, "So,
Yeah.
how did you know like you shouldn't be in this division anymore?" And I feel like people have talked about this, but for me at least, it was very coach driven because I feel like you just most girls don't naturally just hit a front double and think, "Let's just see." Unless you're like dicking around at the gym, you're like, "Yeah, like a front double," because that's a traditional pose for people who just train in general. You hit it like a little bicep. You're like, hell yeah. But I feel like mine was very like Justin dependent, where it's like a maybe just try these poses and see what they look like. Because to me, I just was never going to be big enough for figure. I'm so serious. I let myself get super fat before I got with Justin just because I was trying to put on size because I always thought like it's a size game, it's a size game, it's a size game. And I never really like I dieted down and knew my waist was small, but I still was just like, well, everything else sucks. So I need to have something. So I was just pushing, not smart. Like I just got fat, wasn't using PED. So I was like, you literally just got fat. And my training was just whatever I wanted to do. So, it was very coach dependent. I've always loved women's physique though.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a desire to be that size and look like that. So I guess maybe that helps a little bit. I don't know how it would feel if I was a girl who I really loved bikini or wellness, and then my body is like, well, you should probably be in figure.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know what that feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a good point because like I think when you're getting into it, you kind of need to watch all of the pros or maybe the girls. If your dream is to turn pro, maybe pay attention to the national shows and seeing what the look is that's winning each division and seeing which look you resonate the most with. Because at the end of the day, like you just need to remember, like you need to be comfortable in the body. So even if you're not maybe matching the structure criteria that excels in figure, but that's the division that resonates most with you, you're right. Then it's hard because if you can't keep that structure and have like a nice, decent V taper, or maybe you just don't want to put on muscle mass, it's hard. But at the same time, I don't think there's anything wrong with at least seeing how far you can go if that's what you'll be most comfortable with long term, because like you still have your life to live.
Yeah.
I think I started rambling, but
I always ramble on this topic.
I actually thought this was like a really good question from Amy, because remember how a couple of days ago I sent you girls a reel on our group chat, and I think it was by Tarek, because he said something like, "You do not choose the division. Honestly, the division chooses you."
Yeah, we just did have that talk about this week.
And I agree with that a lot. Well, okay, when you're just getting into the sport, actually what Haley did was perfectly great, because she was just training what she wanted, the way she wanted, and just eating. And I think, when people just start out, that's the easiest way to see how you respond, which muscle groups genetically come up easily, and then the way the body develops, and then the shape of your muscles and everything, then you would have an idea like where you fit. It's kind of like watching Harry Potter, and you're like, oh, where you fit Gryffindor, or like Slytherin with that hat. Yeah.
I wish it was like that.
Yeah,
like itty bitty. They just tell you like bikini. Like they just put a little hat in your hand, like women's physique, and like you're like a buck 20. Like, but one day, you'll be really good at women's physique.
That is a really good point.
It would be so cool though if there was like such a hat, like a moving hat.
So cool. I'd sign up immediately.
So cute. Yeah.
That's a great point though, because especially you see it in like wellness, and a lot of girls, I do feel like wellness is incredibly genetics driven. Yeah. But I also think it depends like how far you want to take it. Like if you want to turn pro and that's it, or maybe you just want to do some like local level shows, or maybe you just want to even see if you like bodybuilding, just see what division like calls to you. And then, if you really go all in for a year or two and start seeing where your body wants to go and you truly love it, maybe then it's more of a, okay, well, let's see what division my body most aligns with, and I could actually see myself being that way as well. Or does that make sense? Like before you get all gung-ho about like pushing drugs and going to the Olympia in a certain division, like see which division. But if you just
I feel like if you're starting out, like what we talked about, right? We're saying like if there's something, if you like it a lot,
yeah,
in the end of the day, it's your body. You have to like what you're turning into and building. But at the same time, if knock on wood, structurally you don't have it, or your bellies are not the best for the division, and you actually belong somewhere else, then if that's something you still want to stay in, you kind of have to keep your expectations in check.
Mhm. I
Yeah.
have this talk with a lot of figure girls specifically that are either super new to it. So you see a couple things. Usually, most people are thinking, oh, I'm just going to try it to try it. The toxic part of that is if you do an amateur show, there's a good chunk of these girls where it's like it doesn't take much to do really well at those shows and excel. So
Yeah.
they do, and they get a taste of winning. And they're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I love this. This is so fun. What's the next step? And it's like, okay, well, either using PEDs or taking the next. And it's like, well, then at that point, we really need to reevaluate how much do you really like this? Is it the winning and the social media aspect you like, or do you really want to look like this? Because if you already you're getting comments and you're like, and like the men you're talking to, this is just me thinking about a specific girl in general. It's like, if you like a certain type of man, he's not going to like the girl. Those guys aren't going to like the kind of girl you become once you become this figure girl who does all these things. Like that demographic of man probably isn't going to be your thing anymore.
Mhm.
So it's something to think about. It's just something to, if you don't give a shit about that, who cares? I didn't think about that at all when, like, I was thinking, like, what kind of partner can I pull if I
You
look
know,
like this?
I didn't think about that either, but that's a really good point.
But
And I do think sometimes, like, as we get deeper into the sport, like our own like personal what we're attracted to like changes
it
anything.
does. So, yeah,
Yeah, it does. It does.
it does. But, like, it's just something some of these girls don't think about. They're like, oh, I love
Yeah.
these, like, tall, dark, handsome, like, guys who just kind of dabble the gym. I was like, sweetie, the best you're going to be able to be is like real amateur figure, bikini, something like that. If you turn into what it takes to be very good at figure, I don't think that kind of subgenre of man's going to like that.
Yeah.
That's just me assuming. I
Yeah.
could be so wrong,
That's a good point though.
but the
Yeah,
general
unless
consensus,
you meet someone. Yeah.
like that's something. If that's going to really offend you, and you think that's going to be something that just isn't for you, think about it. Think about it.
Yeah.
Also, an
Well,
interesting topic. I don't know. Do you guys,
good, good,
when
good,
it comes to the
good point.
natural and sorry.
No, good point that you brought up, because when I
Yeah.
got into it, this is exactly what my mom said to me, and it's very prevalent in Asian culture, because, like, in first place, getting on stage in a bikini is not the most conservative thing to do. Yeah, and of course, like, my mom's like, all that muscle, how are you gonna find a boyfriend?
If
That
that's a
kind of,
priority, yes.
and the average. I hope no male Singaporean watches this, but like the
They
average.
probably will.
No, but yeah, they probably will. But the average male dude, I'm not sure in the States, but like here, it's
Tier
like,
two.
yeah, it's skinny fat. It's
Ours
skinny
is just
but
fat,
fat.
fat.
Okay. No, but my point is, and then she's like, why would you want to be bigger than him? And
I
then in my
don't.
head, yeah, well,
But
yeah,
I
that's my point. But I came to kind of like accept the fact that so if I meet someone, he will love me for me,
no, yeah.
regardless.
And they should, ladies. They should. I'm
You
just
know,
saying.
honestly though, as far as what you said about like feeling bigger than them, as I'm not saying that I'm big, but I am tall. So to be tall and
Big.
somewhat wide,
She's just that
it,
girl.
I do feel like I'm bigger than a lot of men, and I don't like that feeling. I'll be honest with you.
I mean, me
Yeah,
too.
no, I can. Yeah,
I'm at that weird height
Yeah.
because I'm 5'5". So it's, some men are like, oh my God, you're so tall. And some men are like, oh my God, you're so short. There's no in between. And so then couple that with being a certain size, like I'd be hugging men and I'm like, this feels like I'm hugging one of my girls that's in this, you know what I mean?
Don't squeeze too hard.
Like
yeah,
it feels like I'm just hugging another me and I can't do that.
Yeah.
It makes me feel good, like from a sports standpoint, that
Oh right.
as a woman, it it doesn't.
Yeah, you don't want to feel like bigger than I guess it's some girls and guys things, but it's not my thing.
It's not. And like that's just part of what comes with this, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But it's something for these girls to think about when you guys are dabbling in this stuff and thinking, oh, looks really cool on social media. I'm like, yeah, but go ahead and look at some of these girls, like their personal lives, especially at the upper. It, a lot of these girls are single or with men who don't do this at
Um,
all. And they're just like some big, like rando guy, or they're smaller than them.
Mm-hmm. And for clarification, I love being single and larger than average
That's
men.
great.
That's not a complaint, but it is a very valid thing to think about if you want to
yeah.
not be single.
There's a life after bodybuilding. We talk about it quite a bit. And there
Yeah.
is. So like, maybe we'll downsize, Jess, and it's not going to be an issue.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get married when we're 60.
75.
75 sounds like a great age to
This
get
was a
Once
married.
you're on
good
like
one, though.
Medicare, Medicaid.
I went out on a date with a dude before. This was like earlier on in my career when I was still an amateur. So he was just getting into like the social media side of things. So now he's an influencer, but
Mm,
before that, yeah, he was entry level. So I could see it like building up already. And so we would
mhm.
go on a date together, and then at that point, like mine was like starting to peak a little bit as well. It's just that we were like going different directions with like how we wanted our accounts to go. I'm not still not influencer. It's just like I just like to put out the content. It's fun. And gotta admit, it's kind of fun. So
Mhm.
so he had a chat with me because we went on a date, and he said like, "Do you really want to do this?" And I said, "Yeah, like I like it. It's cool." He said, "Yeah, but honestly, it's not gonna be the best for social media." And he was like just honest, and he was right about that. But I also know that because he is quite a narcissist at that point. So he was like, "That's not the best for social media." He said like, "How are you gonna land all the model contracts and stuff?" And it was the way he put it across, but he was right.
Stuff like that, though, it's like you have to look back in hindsight and just be like, I'm glad that person it was rude but honest from the get-go,
Yeah,
because
but he was right. Yeah, it's true.
yeah.
Because I even talked to the men as well, and there are a couple of male bodybuilders as well, especially the men's physique guys. Like I know Andre Dayu, part of the reason why he was supposed to move up to classic at one point, and then he changed his mind afterwards because he said like even as a men's physique athlete now, he is always struggling sometimes with like the modeling stuff and the promotional stuff because they don't want big guys.
Yeah.
And,
And
and to him, he's not big. To him, he's not big. I mean, he is big, but
not that big.
but they want that Calvin Klein look, underwear model look. Not
Yeah.
young men. Even men's physique guys is considered big for the modeling
Mhm.
industry.
It's
I see
kind
with
of
sponsor stuff too, to be
Yeah,
honest.
it's
and I
kind of
don't
in
blame him. It's his livelihood, so it's something to consider.
Yeah, it's kind of in line with like what I'm always kind of preaching about, like branding and like establishing your brand. And I know it sounds silly to talk about like yourself as your brand, but for all lack of a better term, like you still are establishing your brand. And we've all talked about this. Like we love to show like the training and the behind the scenes. And that's not going to get near the viewership or the following as people who are constantly making posts being half naked, you know what I mean? And I'm okay with that. Like I'm more than comfortable with that because that feels more true to myself, even if it means like, you're not going to be having 100,000 followers chomping up your naked pictures.
Yeah. I'm trying to leverage it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna post it all. I'm gonna post it all. But I noticed that for sure too with gosh, even just people ask me about like sponsorship stuff. And like I don't have any. And they're like, I know you girls do, so this is really, I guess, not to you. But I noticed it too with a bunch of companies, like even when I kind of like some of them, they're not very bodybuilding centered. So especially when
Yeah,
it comes to these clothing brands, it feels super uncomfy because I don't think I'm like the target person they really want to put their stuff on because I'm not like who am I really going to be able to sell to because there's not a lot of people that want to either A look like this or B that do look like this.
interesting question. So that I'm gonna ask the two of you. Do you notice that dark sport, has bikini, has wellness, has men's physique, has classic, has Nick Walker now opens. They just branched out, but it's just bikini and wellness.
I did notice, yeah.
I would be so real with you. This is going to sound mean because I know it's really popular over there.
Ooh, I want to hear it.
Over here, it's pretty much just like, and when I say over here, I mean like Scottsdale, Arizona specifically. I don't know about other states. We kind of make fun of it a little bit because it's always like influencers or like the college kids that just kind of walk in the gym with their tripods and like decide they want to be a bodybuilder because they saw Sebum win the Olympia a couple times and like think they'll train for a year and look like him. So yeah, those of us that like go in there to train like super hard and like do it for the love of the sport, those other kids have kind of given dark sport a little bit of a sour taste in our mouth.
Oh.
It's like that here too. I hate to say.
I didn't think it was dark sport. I just thought maybe it was like usually it's Young LA that gives me the vibe on Gymshark.
Oh really?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of people with Young LA.
I feel like Young LA is like right in the middle. Like Jake is sponsored by Young LA, so I do see it. But most of the people that I see just like
they sponsor quite a few bodybuilders, though, don't they?
Yeah.
But in general, I think the crowd wise, at least like the designs wise, I think if a dark sport is still alright. At least to me, it's like the Alpha Lead, Gymshark. Like that, I'm definitely not like the kind of girl that they want. We are not.
No, and I know that. And that's okay. I just really struggle then wanting to even reach out to brands or like however you begin a sponsorship thing, because I just know I'm not what they're looking for. And even some brands that have reached out to me, I'm like, you guys don't have any bodybuilders. And I would feel really weird showing up to, and this is my own problem, but showing up to a photo shoot and it's just a bunch of bikini girls and then me, like, because not only do I have more muscle tissue than them, like I have the tattoos, like I just feel like I'm a whole different look and I don't really fit into that.
Yeah.
And I like it. I still don't want any of that to change myself, but it is just like oh, well, I feel like I don't belong. And like that's something you're kind of used to at a certain level too. But once you get sponsors, like you're doing something in the scope of fitness, bodybuilding, I like to feel like I belong in that community that I'm associated with.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
You know who I just thought
of a weirdo in real life.
Yeah, no, you don't want to fit in because you don't want to feel like you were included just because.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, that's why I keep looking around at gyms. I'm like, well, is there any other like girls who do like women's physique or bodybuilding or something? And there's a few figure girls that I've been shooting the shit with, and they're super sweet. But it's still kind of like well, I wish there was like one women's physique girl that you could like kind of vibe with, and I just end up being with like the classic boys and stuff because that's the most adjacent to me.
I feel that's what ends up happening to me too, and it's funny because like you know there are tons of figure girls and probably even women's physique girls out here. I think sometimes it's just a matter of like being in. There's also a ton of gyms around here, right? So it's like being in the exact same gym at the exact same time as them.
I know they're out there. I just haven't found them yet.
Yeah, it's probably the same with you because like you've got so many choices of gyms and like there's so many bodybuilders in that area. But
yeah, and I feel like Zama, I don't know, she's just regurgitating posts from the past, but she goes to champs and I'm like, I just need to be, I think she goes like midday though, so I'd be at work if she is still doing it while she's here or she's still here, but I don't Zama don't want friends with me.
You'll find them.
Zama's too cool.
Feel you. Number one, like, even back home, like the number of figure girls, like I think it's just me.
Yeah.
I mean, pros, just me.
I guess ladies.
Amateurs also, maybe I can count my hands like less than 3, 4 in my own country.
Really?
really. Like I think told you like the number of pros, every division included. We only have 12 pros in this country.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm.
So I
So
guess, ladies, a good takeaway for the rando people watching us, not the randos, all the girlies, the friends. Um, you're not alone.
Yeah.
Sometimes this gets kind of lonely, not gonna lie, which is why things like this are fun.
Mhm.
That's why I love Instagram, quite honestly, and why I can't get
yeah.
rid of it for too long because that's where all my bodybuilding friends are.
You know, I'm
Like I said, you guys are probably like the only people I talk to consistently every day.
honestly,
Same.
like I don't care how
Same.
lame this sounds, but like I've met so many awesome girls and guys on Instagram that's kind of
Me too. Literally
Yeah.
all of my
like a
all the
little.
cool people.
I'm totally okay with it because I want to sit at home stoned with a book at night, not necessarily with people, so I can still like talk to people and be social,
Yeah.
but also be by myself, which is the perfect.
Exactly. I think that's what I enjoy about it. Because I
Yes.
still get the company, but it's like I don't feel I have to entertain a physical
Yeah.
person. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not antisocial. I know I probably like put myself out there like I'm antisocial. I'm not necessarily antisocial. I just
She's not
love being at
antisocial.
home. I love being
It's
home.
it's a weird niche type of people who get into this, right? Like
Yeah.
I think we all love yapping, but it's like once we're done, it's like, well, now I want a little quiet time. Which
Hmm.
is why I have trouble training with people because I feel I give the
Yeah.
whole like yappy and I am so yappy, like a little dog. But once it comes down to training, like I do kind of just want to like have the headphones on and we train and then like
Mm.
I can yap before or after, but I do kind of like to
Yeah.
just be
Yeah, correct. Same.
doing
It's the same with me, and I think sometimes, like, if when people train me, like, I feel bad if I have to tell them it's the case because I know I won't see some friends in a while, and they'll come in and they get excited to catch up, and they want to catch up during the training itself, and
yeah.
I don't want to like turn you off like during the session itself, but
That's what
I
like
mean, I guess they would understand, but for me, it's more so the problem is like it's. I mean, I have another like close girlfriend like in Singapore that I could train with, but it's most just glutes and hamstrings because she's bikini. So
Yeah.
there's nobody else. Yeah.
that's why I like
I
training
want
with
to train upper body with somebody else. And I wish like the two of you and Elaine were like in the same space as I was, or we were all like neighbors because that would be so fun.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
And then
that's
I
why I
finally
like
can see, and I can finally see Haiti roll from the side.
Yeah, you can see it in person. We don't need documentation.
that's why I like training with guys because like we literally don't like we might not even say hi to each other. It's just
I love that
spot
shit.
someone will spot a
I
set.
love that shit.
Spot a set,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
walk,
yeah,
like
I've
you're
been
struggling.
yeah,
adopted by the classic guys here. And it's the
Yeah.
funniest shit. When they invited me to start training with them a little bit, it's always like well, do you think you can keep up? Do you want to do a pull day? Do you think I was like, I think I'll be okay. I think
Yeah.
I'll be okay. And you know what?
yeah,
I've been hanging.
Yeah.
I've been hanging.
yeah, yeah.
I've been
Perfect.
accepted
Because like
and
girls,
I've proven myself.
not to like stereotype, but girls might be like, "Is everything okay? Why aren't you talking?" And it's just like, I'll literally like bail a
No,
sled off
100%.
and then just like walk in the different direction because I know he's not going to jump up and want to like talk about his set. So it's just perfect.
Yeah.
hmm I never take it personally. And if anything, I bully the men a little bit more. And sometimes I take it too far. They're like, what
I
do you
will
mean? I was like,
admit
I'm sorry.
I will admit, like, before like Sher and her friend left to relocate in Bali, I think that's what I missed having them around because like at least at one point, because like Irfan will train in the same gym as I was around the same time. And even if we weren't training together, there was one time we come train a couple of times together. But with men, it's like they have like their headphones on or the AirPods on.
Mhm.
So even when we train together, it's like you just gestures. You're like
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
that's it.
There's a certain sign language. We have our own
Yeah.
sign language. Yeah.
It's
It's
good. You
like
do
how
like
many
little
plays
hand
you want?
gestures
Yeah.
and then you yell at each
Yeah.
other a little bit. The girls don't yell at each other. I was like, I want to be yelled at.
Half the time, like we don't even really do the same like movements these days. You just kind of like make
Yeah,
eyes from across the room, and it's like, oh, you ready for a spot? All right, I'm coming.
That's what I
yeah,
do.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just stare at them.
Yeah.
I'll look at a guy that I've had spot me before and I'm just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they'll look and they're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just make eye contact.
Want to do one more question, Tanya? Tanya, you haven't asked one yet, right?
Oh yeah, but I don't know if this question would like last around. I mean, I got the PEDs question. Like someone asked if like we had anything different with like compounds like in the off season and in prep.
Have I done anything different?
Yeah, like do you think like there was anything different? I would say just maybe the cocktail mix of compounds and like maybe the fat burners.
I haven't done anything. My off seasons have always only ever been Primo and some Anavar.
Yeah, me too.
This is my first off season with Justin. So I mean, I'm on the same stuff. I mean, Primo, MPP, bar. I got taken. The test got taken away from me because I had a 5 o'clock shadow at one point in time.
You know what? The 5 o'clock shadow is funny because like even before I started PEDs, like I'm very dark complected, right? So it's like I would be in grade school and I would be like, narrowing my little mustache. And sure, like PEDs, like I'll have a chin hair to pluck here and there, but honestly, you don't realize how most women do have some sort of facial hair that they need to, because like if you go pull up a waxer's like menu list or whatever, you can wax your nipples, you can wax your whole face. Like sometimes I'll get like Reddit forms pop up and it's not bodybuilding specific Reddit forms, it's just women asking about what they do with their facial hair, you know what I mean? So it's like you also have to realize like with our hormone fluctuations, like that's normal.
That's why I didn't bring it up because I thought, I'm like, well, everyone's got a, and I was like, and I'm using some stuff, so like just a little bit I sure is fine. And he straight up asked me,
hey, question, was it after you started the minoxidil?
So it was, we'll backtrack for a sec. This was back in January. And so by the time I got off the flights for the day, it was like 5, 6 p.m., right? So like evening. And I remember we were eating and he looked at my face. He's like, he just kind of was looking at me like this, like, so he's like, how much test do I have you on right now? And I was like, 5 milligrams a week. And he's like, you're done. And I looked at him, I was like, do I want to know why like we're having this talk right now? And he's like, well, he's like, you kind of have like a 5 o'clock shadow right now. And he's like, I can't let that happen to you. So you're done. And I said, okay, all right.
Sometimes it's the mirror that you're looking into. You ever look in one of those mirrors that's got like what is it? Like the blue LED light around it?
I try to avoid really good mirrors.
Yeah. Or like your car sun visor. Like never look in your car sun visor. I'm telling you.
I will pick my face till it's black and blue if I can see a mirror that I can see every pore, okay?
Yeah.
I can't look at those mirrors.
So
I avoid them.
I get, more than anything, and again, this was like even before PEDs, just like those clear, like super fine, like facial hairs. I'm just kind of a hairy.
That's peach fuzz. That's peach fuzz.
Yeah, I feel like that's fairly normal for a female.
That's
to have.
so normal. I know. He's just being a little pretty princess about it. So I said, fine. But in my eyes, the reason, because he asks us every week, like, do you have any changes? And I'm always like, everything's the same.
Yeah.
And so I feel like he kind of was mad at me after that. I was like, well, to me, there's a certain level of like, hey, this just kind of comes with it. And also, I was like, that's okay. Like, I was willing to have to pluck some hairs for this shit. And he was like, nah, whatever.
Yeah, your comfort level with your side effects, like it's just person dependent. And I would never, if you're uncomfortable growing a little facial hair, like you probably shouldn't start dabbling in.
Exactly.
I mean, the
So
facial
then, yes,
hair is something, because facial hair can be fixed. You can go laser it. You could just like pluck it in there. Yeah. I would take that any time from a voice change or like some shit. So that's the way my body was handling stuff. Like
100%.
Yeah.
What was your question about the minoxidil, though?
Oh no, because minoxidil can speed up hair growth anywhere. Especially it would.
This was before that. This was before minoxidil. So this was just straight up. And given I was like, as bad as this, as weird as it sounds too, like the tanner I am, I feel like the less Like I have I have the peach fuzz. Like I have a little like blondie hairs that come in that sometimes if they get long, I pluck them.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't notice them when I'm super fair. I guess I probably would notice them a little more. So that was kind of back when I was really fair all the time. So I don't know. I'd be open to doing it again. We were doing propionate too, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but
The good thing about propionate is that it leaves your system fast. So
well,
you
guess
use
what?
most of
I
people.
was doing a singular drop, it felt like 3 times a week because it was 5 milligrams. So I just load up its own little syringe and I was like, "Bink."
It feels like you're like, is this even doing anything? Like,
It was quite literally a drop, guys. A
yeah,
drop.
I know. Because like I was doing test sip, 5 milligrams.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I'm
It's so hard to measure.
yeah. So you do 2.5 like twice a week, and it's just like I guess this is
If I thought I
So-
over measured, I would just skip the next dose.
yeah, me too.
So yeah,
I would
so interestingly though, I think if you guys speak to your sources enough, more and more brands are bringing in the fem test, which is
Okay.
measured at 5 milligrams per ml. My site has
Actually,
it.
I did just get that's
Interesting.
what I just got is the well, no, it was 50 milligrams per 50 milligrams per milliliter instead of
Okay.
100.
Okay. Oh, you have that one.
Maybe I should ask about that.
Yeah.
You think he'd let me? Probably not. We'll try again.
We've got questions for him this week. We're gonna let him have it.
Let's try
Yeah, maybe
again.
you can
I would
ask him
like to
something else.
do. What about Tren?
I'm gonna ask him for the Haley special. I'm like, listen, I need
Listen,
to start knowing what Haley's growing.
I know.
What's
Tess
going on
was
here?
stretched. What about Tren?
Yeah. A little.
I know we didn't like the 5 milligrams. Do you think we could try Tren?
You know what? Okay, I'm not encouraging anything, but
I'm not
most of the
encouraging,
time that
but
is a little bit more tolerated because okay, no, so I'm coming from the angle that unless you are in need for like HRT, I don't recommend tests, and I think most would not because it's bioidentical, so the body knows what to do with it. You see,
that's my
it's a male hormone at
thing.
the end of the day.
I don't demonize test at all. And I feel like you hear that all the time. Men, I used to have I had a few guys back home that would ask about it because they knew I was taking it. They're like, hey, like, because they've never heard of a woman using test. And it was just very weird to them. And they're just very like in this, but they never have girls to talk to about it. So they'd ask me and I was like, it's fine. Like, there's nothing. We all make testosterone and estrogen.
People don't realize, like, even just average everyday women, women that are not bodybuilders.
We're out of that.
I'm so sorry. That was so terrible.
Well,
even just everyday women, like, probably need a little HRT.
Yeah.
Whether you're trying to be a bodybuilder or not. People forget that.
Yeah. I had a guy ask me about his estrogen stuff, and he's like, well, this is going to raise my estrogen. Is that so bad? I was like, your shit's already in the fucking boonies.
Yeah.
My guy. I was like, you need it. You still need that.
I do feel like at this point in my bodybuilding career, with everything I know, I haven't experimented with anything outside of the box. But I also feel like I would be comfortable experimenting because I know the danger is in the dose with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I would like to experiment too, but not allowed.
I feel like we're both on very short leashes, so we're just being good girls.
No. Every time I think about it, he's like, sit down. And I'm like, oh, okay.
And then
we don't need it. And I was like, we don't, but like, I just had a sick curiosity about what it would do. And like, it's just because I think women don't talk about this. So I'd be satisfied if I saw another girl with like similar shit to me. It's like, hey, I'm taking like 15 mgs of Tren a week. Let me just see. Because the only girls I know that do it are like the freaks.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what happens if it's a girl who's like not quite there, takes it? And
I know
I'm willing to be the girl.
People like that doing that.
So what?
I know people like that doing that.
Oh, how's it going for them?
Yeah. They love it. They say it's great. I'm not here again. I guess I'm encouraging the wrong thing. Maybe.
We're not telling anybody.
Well, you know what?
I'm trying to destigmatize this.
Yeah.
If we start seeing Haley blow up, Jess, that's your sign to start the question.
It's like winning the lottery. Like there'll be signs.
Yeah.
If I gain another 5 to 10 pounds this next month,
within 6 weeks,
just know.
Well, and
I've sold my soul.
That just goes to show like how far like food, training hard, and consistency works, because I do feel like a lot of people would be surprised to hear how little we use in the off season.
Yeah.
Because the off seasons to me are supposed to be more moderate, so that when you do go into a prep, you're entering that prep healthy and you can be more aggressive.
Yeah, because for muscle retention purposes.
Yeah.
Trust me, I don't get my rocks off on telling people that I only take this amount. Like, I would be honest, because there's nothing to gain from that at this point. I know that's what people push out there. I'm only on 50 milligrams, only on 60 this. Like, if I was on 80 or 100, I'd tell you. Like, that's just, I wish I was dabbling in other things to be more exciting and just try it, because once you've been watching bodybuilding for so long, you're just like, well, I wonder what would happen if you did do this from just like a scientific standpoint, not even like a narcissistic, like, I want to see how big I can get and how fast. Like, I'm just kind of curious of what it feels like.
Yeah, and like for context, I know we've always said like we're not going to talk about doses and stuff, but I feel like we're at the hour and 20-minute mark. So if anyone's made it this far,
we'll give out.
These are a little like I'm
ranges. I'm giving ranges. I'm not giving specifics, like besides the test one. But
I'm starting this push phase at like 45 milligrams of Primo a week. You know? And I think a lot of people expect it to be like at least.
I think that's what the average is though. Like average is sitting around like I start around there as well. From there, between the spectrum that I know is 200 plus Primo.
Yeah.
But majority is sitting like 75 to 150.
Mm-hmm. And it also like it gives you a runway, you know, like you don't need to start your push phase straight out of the gates at 90 to 100, you know, because where are you going to go from there?
I'd rather get worked up to 60 or 65 right now. So I started at that, but I'm at the end of this push phase because I only have like 3 or 4 weeks left.
Oh, so, you are? Oh my God, that gives me so much relief, because I thought we were on the same time schedule and I was like, why is my push phase so shitty compared to hers? So to know that you're
I messed up my reverse. So, or not my reverse, my mini cut, because I was supposed to mini cut back in like summer.
And you kind of
it just too much shit hit the fan, and I basically, like I said, lost and gained the same 3 pounds. So I never actually had that mini cut. So then we went into this push phase, and I was like, shit, dude, like I don't know. And so here we are, and I'll probably do a little. That's why we're letting it almost get quote unquote a little sloppy.
Okay.
Because we're just gonna push it for the next like 3 or 4.
I was over here like I would never say this to you because like I don't want you to feel like uncomfortable, but I would see your pictures and I'd be like, damn, we started this push phase at the same time and she's just exploding and I haven't done anything.
It's getting a little, you're doing things, okay? You're doing things. It's just, I didn't properly get through a mini cut and I should have. So now we had to change what was going on. So I kind of just went right into another push when I really could have probably been in a different spot before we started this.
No, I think it paid off. I truly think
it paid
off because like we said before, like you still have lines and you can still tell that it's quality dense muscle. Like truly. I wouldn't bother saying, we talked about it yesterday. I'm as honest as they come. I just wouldn't bother saying it if I didn't believe it.
Yeah, it's hard when it's you though, because I had this whole like, hey, this is what I need to be doing. And so it still gets to me that I didn't actually get through that mini cut like I was supposed to.
Well, then here's the other thing to consider. I feel like this is kind of how Justin is too. I think sometimes he'll say what the idea is, and that is the idea. But then our bodies maybe want to do something different. So he kind of sees where our body wants to go and is a little more like, well, instead of fighting it, if she wants to grow, let's let her grow. Because ultimately, like, we're both in a position where if we want to get on stage next year, I feel like you have the size needed now, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe if you had spent too much time like dieting down.
And I think we're gonna clean it up, but just a touch, and then probably push one more time.
Yeah.
I hope maybe just a quick cleanup, maybe like a 6-week thing, because then I can push again through like November, December, and then clean up.
Yeah, that's
come
kind of what he
December and
did.
actually.
That's kind of what he did with me too, because I think we about the same time like entered, like you were a little earlier than me, I remember, entered that cut phase, and I was a little worried because in my head I was like, I don't want to do like a serious cut, like I have so much size that I need to put on, so I don't want to waste too much time in that phase. So we did just kind of let my body like trickle down, and then when we put PEDs back in like 3 weeks ago, we both knew like I'm not going to keep going down because just my body wants to grow. So now we're just kind of doing a little more of like a recomp.
Okay.
Yeah, so
and I'd be happy with a recomp too, if we just do a little bit of a recomp and call it good. And like clean out, obviously, like take the PEDs, do another little break. But I took a 3-month break before the move, so I didn't start taking anything until I got here.
I took a long break this year too.
No, I think it's good for you. I didn't want to, but
I can tell though, Haley's body just responding so well to like the stuff right now, especially the NPP. Like now that you mentioned like the NPP, I can see the NPP. Like
I know when
I'm
you
taking
NPP, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like
we're on that one. I love that one.
That's a fun one because you can actually get like some strength return from it. So it's fun.
Oh no, I'm strong. I'm strong right
now. Did you
now.
see like the number of plates that she was rowing? Because she sent me that video. I was like, shit.
Oh yeah, this one just got sent to Tanya. This is the one where she said that the angle is like not the best.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, "Oh, you want to see that from the side? Are you sure?"
Yeah.
How about like a 45?
NPP makes me blow up like a water buffalo, though. So like to know that you're on NPP and you still have like that many lines, like I feel like it's even.
Oh,
going to be.
Trust me. Trust me. I feel like I wake up every morning. It's like it's puffy, and then as the day goes on, like I'm skinny again.
Yeah.
But then everything else is puffy, so it's kind of pick one.
Yeah.
Pick one.
Well, ladies, it's about 8 o'clock.
Fun.
Yeah, this was fun.
This is the last one before the Olympia.
I know, and we'll Haley, you're around next Sunday, so we can recap the Olympia with you, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm so excited for the Olympia.
I know, I am too.
I'm talking about it all the time.
Days off work, just like camp out on Friday, because Figure's Friday, right?
Yeah, I'll be awake your time zone, so that will be fun. We're all on group chat.
I think I got a rest day, so I can just like camp in front of my computer all day.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to sleep all Friday. Hopefully, try to make it a rest day.
Yeah.
I know. What time does technically the Olympia start for you, Tanya?
11 p.m. I think 9:30, 11 p.m. Yeah.
Nobody realizes how hard, well, not necessarily hard, but when we record these episodes, there's pretty much only like 2 time slots that we can do. So it's like 6 or 7 a.m. for Eleni and I, which is 9 or 10
I'm just
a.m.
the outlier.
And poor Tanya is over there at 9 to 10 p.m.
Which I don't
mind.
How
she said.
No. So this is the very interesting part, because I noticed, and I think this is something that is good to share with the audience, right? Like you girls, and I noticed this to be the case with like very liberal countries. I don't know why. Like in the UK, in Australia, in the US, a lot of you love to sleep at 9. And here it's like we would go out for after work and like, remember I took a photo of like the number of cars on the road and town, like the number of people, like, guys, it's 9 p.m. Like,
no, I'm in bed at 8. I'm in bed at 8. I'm hopefully asleep by 9, but like I'm in bed scrolling TikTok at 8.
That's not normal, though. I will say she's just early, okay?
Yeah.
The rest of us, like last night, I'm not gonna lie to you. I went, did my little workout, came home, and then I took one too many hits of the pen, and I was just drinking my little Diet Coke, like vibing out. And I was like, oh shit, we gotta eat. And I was 2 meals behind at that point.
Oh
I was having a good
no.
little time. I felt skinny because like I hadn't eaten in a little while. And I was really just feeling like, like hell yeah. And I was like, we gotta eat. That's what
Yeah.
off season's about. It's feeling skinny between some meals and being like, wow, like things are going good for me. And then you eat and you're like, wow,
Yeah. Yep.
okay, put the shirt back on.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go do my cardio and then do a little push day. What are you training today?
Oh, I got a push day today too.
Do you?
Oh, I did a little bit of push-ups, so mine was a full upper day.
I was gonna
I
say,
did
just
a full day.
I say she did push
Well,
ish.
video our actually I think
Rest.
we do incline dumbbell.
Should I do that today? I think I should do that today.
It's so
What do
much
you have
fun.
on? What exercise do you have on, Haley?
I mean,
You know
for
what?
my chest stuff, it's flies, and then I do an incline, and then if it's push 1 or 2, I have a flat also. So,
Yeah, do the flat first. Yeah,
oh, really?
I told Jess to start with the flat. Then you'll find that your incline stuff feel better.
Yeah, 'cause
Really?
I just added a third push day, so I'm gonna do like the flat twice.
A
One's gonna be
third push day.
I know. One's gonna be like a power day, one's gonna be more like high
Okay.
volume day. And then the third is like just an upper, so I also do some back. But on that
Or you
third
can
day,
start with like push-ups and then slowly go on like an incline push-up. Then you can move towards weighted dips eventually.
I don't like dips, they hurt my shoulder. Probably the way you would have them
I like
do.
the machine ones.
I don't mind the machine ones for more
Mm,
tricep instead of chest though.
I feel a lot of like shoulder in them though.
Yeah.
yeah, well, okay, yeah. Okay, until the shoulder extension improves, then
But anyway, all that
Yeah.
saying, I'm still gonna do flat bench twice, but I think today I'll do an incline instead of
I should do
flat.
the one you guys are doing because what's funny is you guys don't even have to hit a side chest or anything, and you guys are just like whipping this stuff out. It's still important for you guys, but you don't have to actually hit a pose with chest involved. And I do, and I'm not doing those.
To be honest with you, I wish I could train chest more. I love training chest. I think it's so fun, but my
do it.
belt has to come.
I just do it because if you're okay, usually like how someone is pressing just from the way they roll. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Mine's
why I
probably
always
so
get asked. So I always ask people to video their rolls.
Okay.
And if you can't nail like a horizontal press, anything vertical related is going to be like somewhere probably that it's not right. So that's why I always start flat press. So I was do 1 or 2 sets of seated rows and a flat press. And tell me if you feel better. Yeah, free tips for people if they watch this long.
Yeah. But
Yeah, Tanya's great.
I know she truly is. So
She's
all
like
right.
our Honey. She trains us all now.
Yeah. Now it's time for her to go sleep off her high day.
I know,
Yeah.
she's gonna be in a
Let's
food
see if I
coma.
lose weight tomorrow. I'm hoping not.
Gonna wake up 3 pounds lighter and
10
absolutely
pounds lighter, more abs.
Hopefully not.
All
It's
right.
okay, I'm gaining that weight for you.
Yeah. All right, ladies. We will
All right.
talk soon.
Good night, girls.
Yeah, good morning and good night.
Picture. Okay, wait, picture. Okay. All right.
Hold
That's
on.
my pose.
Great, cool stuff. Done. All right.
Copy justice.
I know. I always do the same thing. All right.
I know.
Okay.
Okay, do your
bye.
cardio.
Okay.
Bye.
See y'all later.